Hi, this is Christopher C. McDonald reporting from the tent city in Oakland, California, on the outskirts of Chinatown, under the Nimitz Freeway. Recently, I've noticed that new shows have come out on television, and several of them are based on the idea of catastrophic viruses and world events that force small groups of people to band together and use their gifts to survive and be innovative and live in community. I find this amusing that people are watching this and being entertained by this, and I'm actually living this now, not in an apocalyptic scenario. The end of the world is not happening, and we actually have, in many ways, a very good scenario here. We have a camp that is peaceful, and where sobriety is supported, and most people don't drink or use in any form or capacity, and it's a hardworking camp, which means that everybody uses their particular gifts to the advantage of other people. There's a lot of sharing. There's no meddling. My stuff is safe here. Last month I paid $100 for a storage unit. I don't need it. I can leave my clothes here and most of my valuables in my tent, and my food and all that stuff out on racks here in my office area. I have an office area, if you can believe that, and an art area and a front room area. I can do that and leave all day long without any fear that my stuff will be meddled with, because we live in community and people just simply keep an eye out, and nobody's going to mess with my stuff as long as they're here, and vice versa. When I came to the camp, I came with a good recommendation from a good friend that I met right when I came to Oakland, and we got to know each other, and so with that recommendation I was welcomed to the camp, both because of the recommendation, and then the second reason was because I'm one big dude, so I bring a certain added measure of security to the camp. Also, my friend Fred, who came and got me to St. Mary's, showed up a week and a half ago and needing a place, and I happened to have a second tent and was able to set him up, and so now he's absolutely invaluable to the work that I'm able to do here in the camp. This is not what I expected. I didn't expect to be doing, when I moved back to Oakland, I didn't expect to be doing active ministry 50, 60 hours a week again like I had done in previous times in my life. I expected to get a really good job, get a really nice apartment, get my license back, a nice car, and proceed forward that way. This simply isn't in God's plan right now. It may be in 6 months, it may be in a year. I'm open. But for right now, it became quite obvious a couple months ago when suddenly it was as if I had dropped off the face of the planet, that God had other plans for me. And I'm very, very glad that God did, because I'm having the time of my life doing ministry with all of the benefits of being able to serve people with none of the bullshit. I don't have committees that I gotta persuade. I don't have to go out and raise money. I don't have to I don't have to kiss ass. I don't have to placate. I don't have to do politics, which I was never good at. I can just get right to the work, as long as I'm willing to live in the tent city along with my brothers, which is what I want to do anyway, which is the best way to do it anyway. And it's an honor to be here with them, and it makes things a lot more fun and interesting. And I get to work with people every single day and make a difference every single day. So for the few of you out there who are feeling bad or worried or whatever, you don't have to worry about me. Think about the people that I'm working with. Worry for them, the people who have really, really bad circulation and are older and are sleeping in their cars and are in real danger, that I'm trying to get into a tent with an air mattress and a sleeping bag. It's safety, and so that, they can live and not die, or just I can't comment beyond that. There are too many people and it's confidential stuff. But every day I get to work with different individuals and I get to serve them. And that, for those of you who know me really, really well, you understand that is really what I'm built to do. So, and it's a lot of fun. And it's meaningful. And I'm able to, and that's really ultimately what we want, regardless of what we're doing. So God went to a great deal of trouble to divest me of everything, all my stuff, and I'm not in a relationship, and I'm not going to be in a relationship. I'm not dating. I'm not going to date. I'm simply available for this and this alone, and also being involved in leadership in my church. And that's my life, and I'm very content and happy with it. And I think you might agree with me that if I'm content and peaceful with it and happy with it for now, that's a sign that God's right in the middle of it. Even if you don't have faith, you'd have to say that there's something to that. And if not, then you can say, well, it's his mental illness. That's okay too. I don't really care. The main thing is that people's lives are being touched and changed, and actual practical things happen. See, people talk about, what should happen and blah, 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 blah. They talk. No, I'm actually making sure that things happen on the ground. And that's what makes me happy, is when tangible things happen every single day. People get housing. Yesterday I arranged to get a loan, $68 to purchase housing for a guy, which is a tent, an air mattress, and a sleeping bag for the tent city. That's how much housing costs in the tent city. $68 can change a guy's life, and it's a one-time deal. How difficult is that? It's not that difficult, really. And all I got to do is kind of screen people and work with them, and then go out and find, and he'll pay it back on the July the 3rd, and Bob's your uncle. So, at any rate, there's our first report from the field. I feel like this is it looks like I'm in a war zone, doesn't it? And listen to the noise level. This is actually a quiet period because it's 2 o'clock in the morning. You should hear it during the day. It's unreal. It's incredibly loud. At nighttime to sleep, I put in these wax earplugs. Pretty good. It's not so bad. I'm not suffering. Please don't think of me as suffering in any way. I eat. The caterer shows up with extra catered food, and I eat a $35 lunch and go down to Starbucks and do my work, and I get to. It's a really, right now it's a wonderful life. Absolutely wonderful. So keep praying for me if you pray. If you don't, then send positive energy, light a candle. If you want to know more about how you can help other people, not me, but other people, start reading oaklandhomeless.wordpress.com. I'll have more on that in the days to come. It's a new publication online that will be not written solely by me for once. It'll be written by a bunch of people. And with that, I sign off, Christopher McDonald from the tent city in Oakland, California.